Welcome to HT 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. The Vatican will now allow priests to offer informal blessings to same-sex couples and unmarried couples. But there's a caveat: these blessings must take place outside of formal church services and should not be confused with the church's traditional teachings that marriage is between a man and a woman. This comes just 2 years after the Vatican ruled it was not possible to offer such blessings because the church could not bless sin. Now to an update on Celine Dion's health. The singer's sister says that her health is deteriorating. Now, she says that the superstar has lost control of her muscles as she continues to battle stiff person syndrome. It's a rare condition that causes spasms and muscle stiffness. It isn't clear if Dion will be able to perform again. Back in May, Celine Dion canceled her tour, saying that her symptoms had prevented her from performing. A 33-year-old black woman is facing felony charges after she had a miscarriage in her own bathroom. Now, her case has touched off a national firestorm over the treatment of pregnant women. The Vatican Channel's Laura Aguirre has more on this controversial case.
Brittany Watts of Ohio was just under 22 weeks pregnant in September, says a coroner's report, and had gone to the hospital at least twice for pain. Both times she left after being made to wait for hours without treatment, according to the Washington Post.
Ended up going home, had a miscarriage like many others have experienced, and is now being charged with abuse of a corpse.
Maris is not Watts' attorney, but is a defense and trial lawyer closely watching this case. The Post says Watts returned to the hospital, where a nurse called police after Watts told the nurse that remains from the miscarriage could be found at Watts' home.
Prosecutors essentially said it was irrelevant whether or not the fetus was, whether or not there was a live birth. They were focused on everything that happened after.
And it was after the miscarriage, county records show, Watts tried to flush some of the remains and put the rest in a bucket left outside. An autopsy found no recent injuries to the fetus, which had died in utero. Watts' lawyer tells CNN in a statement that there is no law in Ohio that requires a mother to bury or cremate the remains of a miscarriage, and they will continue to fight the charge.
There's a lot of uncertainty about the way these statutes are going to be used, and there's less constitutional barriers that were in place under Roe.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
About 40% of student loan borrowers missed their first payment after the pandemic-related pause. That comes out to about 9 million borrowers. Now, that's according to the Department of Education. Now, for comparison, about 25% of borrowers missed their payment in October of 2019. Borrowers who missed payments anytime through September of next year won't be reported to the 3 national credit bureaus. However, interest will continue to accrue. The FDA is investigating high levels of lead in cinnamon applesauce pouches. The FDA found lead levels more than 2,000 times higher than the proposed standards. These samples came from an agency inspection of a facility in Ecuador. They issued a recall for pouches sold in the U.S. The CDC has found more than 120 confirmed or suspected cases in 22 states. NASA is ringing in the new year with new images of Uranus. Now, the James Webb Space Telescope collected the data, which shows new details of the icy giant with fresh views of the rings, including the extremely faint ones closest to the planet. They also revealed moons, storms, and a seasonal North Pole cloud cap. Well, thanks so much for joining us for HT 24/7. For more, go to theadvocateChannel.com and subscribe on the Advocate Channel YouTube page. For the Advocate Channel, I'm Aaron Dean.